What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and can we continue to win?
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
And we are back with the Dolphins here in Madden 20 as we have just not had a good year. But we currently stand at 4-8 and are third in the AFC East because we did end up passing the 3-9 Patriots. But we have a lot of work to do, and we're not really going to be able to get it done yet again this season. Our offense, 31st in the league. Our defense, 19th. That's just not going to be a winning record or a playoff team at all. But for this episode, we are going to get through the next 2 weeks against the Eagles and against the LA Chargers. But I do think that we're going to showcase the Eagles game because they're not very good. They're actually 3-9. We're 4-8. Maybe we're able to get a win. The Chargers currently are 8-4, so they're a very good team. So we should probably watch that game because every time that we watch against a good team, we can win. But I haven't shown the Eagles yet this series, and I think that's something that we need to do. I mean, they still have Carson Wentz. They got Fletcher Cox. Should be a very interesting matchup, but let's head to Lincoln Financial Field, see if we can get a win.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence, snow, and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 76 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On 2nd and inches, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run with Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here, guys, you might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Christian Wilkins.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. They'll run on first down. Middleton. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Everyone got 4 down.
Now Wentz. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Wentz. And Matthews has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown. Because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Hines, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Yeah, let's go second.
To throw on 3rd down. Sands. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
On first down, Middleton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
In your face.
Now a give right side. Middleton. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 20 carries, 69 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Sands. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play.
Means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Middleton, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Check, check, lucky.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Your team's winning, but you're not having your best game. That probably affects you even when your team is up.
You don't want anyone else to know it, but I think you're right. It bothers a quarterback because they always want to be the one to lead their team to victory.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Easier, some room to operate as they got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup.
And that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1.
Check 24, check 24.
Draw play, this is Hines. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Sands. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
They are really making it happen.
They'll run on 1st down. Middleton stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 2nd down, Middleton. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Team passing, that's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be... That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
I'm letting you know right now.
Now Wentz again, and that will be incomplete.
Some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception, but he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sands looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with a rematch from both Super Bowls 42 and 46. The New York Giants playing host to New England. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. N'Keal Harry, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. James Conner, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Back to throw. Sands. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On third down, Sands. This is brought in by Hardy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup. On first down, Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, Sands. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's checking.
They'll run on 1st down. Middleton. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, Middleton. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now a play fake. Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. Looking to throw. Sands, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down at the 47. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play.
Watch the twist.
On second down now, it's Hines. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
56, man, 56. Here we go. Ready?
To throw on third down, Sands. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Sands, and it's caught by Parker. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Sands. And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Complete to Dorsett. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's make these babies cry.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Ertz has it left side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, It's Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Off the play fake. Sands. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sands. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 1st and 10 at the 23. Back to throw. Sands. He'll find Lindsey here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7 toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun. Sands. And he finds Parker here, complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? Goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Again, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Throwing on 1st down. Sands. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Middleton. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wentz now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. And they will take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we end up getting a good win against a bad team in snowy Philly, 32-19. We racked up 343 yards of total offense, but we did give up 347 yards, but we were really able to kind of keep the time of possession because of our rushing game, which had 166 yards. Beautiful. That's exactly what we need. We don't need to rely on Dave Sands, who actually didn't have a terrible game, but he did have 3 turnovers himself. He had 2 picks and a fumble, but he also threw for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now it seems when we get to the red zone, we are scoring touchdowns, so that needs to be said. But our running game, Hines had 83 yards and a score. Lindsey also added 86 yards. Beautiful day for both of them. Devontae Parker, 4 catches, 65 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then Josh Sweat, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Another great game from this guy. I'm very impressed at the way that he plays. On the other side for the Eagles, Wentz had 332 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 catches for 94 yards. And Zach Ertz had 6 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. But at least it's a win. We looked good once again. Well, when we watch. Sim is another thing. So a win is a win, and at least we are at 5-8. And if we pull off victories in these last 3 weeks, we could actually have a 500 record and an outside chance of actually making the playoffs. But we need to get through this game against Mitchell Trubisky and the LA Chargers. So let's see if we can get a win at Dignity Health Sports Park. And we end up losing to a very good Chargers team, 28-24, but definitely a crazy battle there in the fourth quarter as both of us walked away with 2 touchdowns apiece. We had 309 passing yards today, 381 yards again, but our defense, again, letting us down, 394 yards, and could not create a turnover. This defense is really based on turnover production. Could not get it done this time, and our rushing game only 72 yards. It's not necessarily going to get it done for us. We kind of have to have a strong running game. Trubisky had 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. We did get to him 3 times, so that isn't bad, but no turnovers. That's why he's at the top of this list. And Dave Sands, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. So not a terrible performance, but again, the consistent turnovers is what's really killing us. As for the rushing game, Damian Harris had 65 yards. Phillip Lindsay, 46 with a 4.2 average. Nyheim Hines, 26. Trubisky scrambled for 22 yards and a score. And then also Lawrence Zimmer, their backup quarterback, ended up getting a touchdown. And Trey Ragas, we haven't really seen it this year, but he continues to hog touchdowns on the goal line. That's why he's our power back. Receiving, we could not slow down Keenan Allen. 9 catches, 99 yards today. I guess Alexander got lit up a little bit. Adrian Hardy, 7 for 75 is a pretty good stat line. Cootie had 6 for 71. Michael Gallup, 7 for 60. Nyheim Hines had 3 for 55 with a score. Tyler Croft, 4 for 50. Devontae Parker, not the big games that he's usually accustomed to. 6 catches for 44 yards. Kylan Hill, 2 catches, 36, and a score. Phillip Lindsay had 2 for 33. Mike Williams, 4 catches, 27, and a score. Mike Gesicki, 3 for 12, and a score. Whoa, boy, we are getting dominated on that side in the Sims. It's crazy. Dorian O'Daniel had 13 tackles. Xavier had 11 tackles in a TFL. McKinney had 8. Baker had 8 in a TFL. Who's the TFL leaders? It was Ronnie Perkins, their left end, with 2. How about sacks? Robertson, McMillan, Neal all got 1. And then Bosa, Tillery, Crosswell had the sacks for the Chargers. And picks-wise, Desmond King was the only one that walked away with a pick. And what about some forced fumbles? Was there any? There was not. So since our bye week, we're actually 4-3, and we're definitely competing. We just lost to the Chargers by 4 points, and that's a very good team, a team that's heading to the playoffs. So we're at least battling, and that's what we kind of need with Dave Sands as our quarterback. He's not going to light it up. He's kind of more of a game manager, but he's actually not playing terrible compared to Trevor Lawrence in his couple years at starting quarterback. So we need to continue to just keep pounding the rock. We need to use our running game. Our defense really needs to turn it down, because I believe that it's our defense that really has taken the step back, and we can't seem to win because our defense can't stop anybody. But let's take a look at the upgrades for the episode and also our next draft board update. Starting the upgrades here with superstar left end Chase Young. We're going to go into power rusher. He might end up sliding over to the right hand side because of Lorenzo Neal, but it does boost him up to an 84 overall, and that's what I'm talking about. Wide receiver Kiki Cootie gets a little bit better, and we're going to go into deep threat, get him up to an 81 overall. Not sure what we're looking at with Devontae Parker in regards of a contract. Superstar left tackle Penei Sewell, and we're going to go into pass protector, and he's finally a scheme fit at 80 overall. So now he's going to get some extra experience. Backup tight end Josh Oliver, we're going to go into vertical threat for him, get him up to a 79 overall, keep him at that scheme fit, and a lot of upgrades for tight ends for whatever reason. Backup right end Josh Sweat, who all he does is get sacks. We're going to go into run stopper for him. Doesn't move him up in overall, but I think he might end up becoming a starter for us because of the situation with Lorenzo Neal. First round pick defensive tackle Jadon Goddard. We're going to go into run stopper for him. I'm going to probably try to push him up to 80 overall because he might be starting next year. Backup center Josh Myers will also get one, and we're going into agile, get him up to a 73 overall. Might end up being a center that we do not re-sign because of the star-studded Tommy Saxton that we have. Left end Hudson Whitman, we're going into power rusher for him, get him up to a 72 overall. He's closer and closer to starting. We might give him the shot next year. Fullback Eric Cannon, and we haven't really heard anything from this guy, but we're going to go into blocking for him. It gets him up to a 70 overall, even though he has morale +1. Third string quarterback Tyree Jackson, we're going to go into strong arm for him. It does boost him up to a 68 overall, but I don't think we're going to reach out for a contract for him. Alright, so it's time to take a look at our updated draft board. Kind of think that we are going to be taking a look at the third round this episode and see who we could possibly grab. So first on my list is number 2 right guard junior Noah Parsons, who is 6'3", 332-pound power archetype out of Florida, with top skills being pass block power, run block, impact block. He has mid first round talent, projected early third round. He's given up 4 sacks allowed to the number 3 team in the nation. This guy could be very, very good. Or we could go with number 1 right tackle senior Doug Sheard out of Memphis, who is 6'6", 331-pound power guy with top skills of lead block, run block, and pass block power. Another guy that has late first round talent, projected mid third round, but just a beast of a guy who gave up 5 sacks this year. But again, Memphis is kind of that spread, always kind of putting their quarterbacks in danger. But I like what I saw when I got to see him against Houston. And the real reason why we were looking at Houston is number 7 defensive tackle senior Reuben Hall, who is 6'1", 299-pound power rusher with top skills of power move, play rec, and pursuit. Mid second round talent, projected mid third round, right along with Doug Sheard. But this guy had 5.5 sacks, 17 TFLs, 58 tackles, and a fumble recovery. He looks like an absolute beast in the middle of that defensive line, and he's more of a rusher than a run stopper, but seems to be able to do both. Alright guys, and that is where we have run out of time for this episode, and then when we come back, we will get through week 16 and week 17. We've already kind of watched the Patriots a decent amount this series, and I think we're leaning towards the week 17 game against the Kansas City Chiefs. But if you guys have any other opinions, leave them in the comments below. We'll talk about it, and maybe we'll show the Patriots instead. But thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight, out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that win over time. I've been working, now I'm back at it again. Now we ain't finished, what you thought that was it?